She rarely showed herself. Sometimes I'd be laying awake, drifting into the void. When I opened my eyes, her scent would be all over me. Was she real? She only seemed to bother me in my dreams. It had been ages since I'd talked to her, and she never had come on a ball night since there was already so much happening. I sped through the statue garden, ignoring the faces constantly changing at me, mocking me. Her room was empty, but she was here. I could feel it. Gaia, I called. She would like me if I remained calm. Out through my mouth, in through my fucking nose. I've been waiting to talk to you. Please come out and talk, I pleaded. Crucial silence in my ears. Silence here was never empty. The music grew louder. Maybe she was gone. I stared at the opening, hoping she would walk through it. It was hopeless. After a moment's hesitation, I cursed myself for remaining still when anything could happen tonight. I headed straight through the door. Out of nowhere, I bumped into something. My eyes dragged down to the woman I had come across. For a moment, I'm confused. They didn't like the silence, the quiet parts of the garden. My eyebrows knot in confusion, and it happened so fast. I was walking so forcefully, I bumped her backwards. And as she falls, a small gasp comes from her mouth, and the energy it emits, it's full of fear. My hands reach out as she lands in them. I feel a jolt. Her body courses with energy, warmth, blood. The same I can feel in the ground on these nights, but so much warmer, more concentrated. My heart skips a beat. Was she real? The first night I had brought everyone here. I'd studied everyone's faces, eager once. I knew everyone here. It was blank, one of the servers I'd brought but never known, an empty beauty. But as we shifted and the moon's shadow fell across her face, my eyes betrayed me. This was not blank, almost a clone of her. Her face was smaller, her features were just the tiniest bit harder. Eyes wider, best of all, filled with an interest, a fucking shocking disbelief. A shocking fucking disbelief. This was someone I had not met before. I clasped my hands more firmer against her back, happier, curious, shocked than I could remember. We stood like that, staring at each other. My heart beats way too fast. I did not know her face. As my eyes ran over her body, my breath stopped. She was dressed in plain clothes. Suddenly, I blinked. I'm sorry, I said simply, but it was a lie, or rather not enough. I was sorry because I felt so lucky. A million ideas ran in my head, but when I looked at her, I was thrown into this cruel present moment. Her eyes searched my face. She surprises me again. I wish I could see you, is what she whispers. A thrilling chill runs through my spine. I could feel the cool air on my skin all of a sudden. I shoved her out of my hands, bringing her back to ground level. The contrast of her warm skin, something so painfully, frighteningly real, makes me aware of the midnight air prickling mine. It would be a pleasant night. I finger the buttons of my collar, prying them open. I can't take my eyes off her. She looked just like her sister. If they were paintings, this one would be painted in the Romanticist era, with longer, droopier eyes, powderier lips, a hard, straight nose. Her features were dramatic. Who had said her? Cass something in him hoped. In her image, he could see right through her. He could see a blonde, her puppeteer. Poke her brain, dissect her. My heart started beating fast. I started sweating. But what if she wasn't real? What if she was just a memory I'd conjured? What if she was just a shadow? She said something soft. What? I wanted to shake her, with love or maybe obsession. I wish I could see you, she whispered. Why was she whispering? What a simple request. I shifted out of the moon's way. The moon lit up her face. She was beautiful, really, but how could I get her to speak more? I let her out of my arms reluctantly. Then another plaguing thought. What was I to her? She teetered on the line of appropriate response time in a conversation. Huh? She looked at me, then looked away. I waited for her to say something, but I couldn't. Are you going to the ball? What did she feel? What did she not feel? Second, where did she come from? Third, what did she want? She was inconspicuous about it. Briefly looking in the direction of her body, her gownless body before a blush landed on her cheeks. I looked away, pretending not to see. I couldn't stop the smile creeping onto my face. Her outfit, everything about her was perfect. She didn't lack anything, but I couldn't understand her simple desire to feel beautiful at a ball. "Who are you?" she says. She blurts out a moment later. Shocking delight palmed at me. I eyed the garden. Was this my gift or my reward? Looking back at her, deception had entered her eyes. I frowned softly. How do you frown softly? She proved to be an excellent guest, but I was displeased by her uncomfort. Where were my manners? It was my job to control everyone here. Everyone here was under my care. I had not been doing my job. My hands slip around her palm, a simple treat. Her hands aren't as soft as she'd like them to be, but I love the roughness. It's like I can close my eyes and imagine the work that has been through her. Anyways, I lift her hand on my palm to my mouth. I savor the kiss. She smells... ... It was man-made, her smell. It was hard not to be a freak around her. Looking into her eyes, I watched her let her guard down. "You can call me Ambrose. What may I call you?" She looked down, insecure. "My name is Myra," she offered slightly. "But who are you? What do you want?" "I'm not dressed for a ball," she whispered. Calm. All at once, her features closed inward. Her eyes stopped communicating, they hid. Lips turned downward, fattening her cheeks in an unsatisfactory way. I could feel her anger radiating off her, but trapped in that small, big body. And I wanted it. I didn't care what I had to do. What I had to do to make her feel better. "Can I show you the garden?" Her mind pulsed. "What would you do if she said no?" my mind asked. "Anything," the answer came before I could pause to think about it. But she nodded, thankfully. I took a step beside her, opening up my hand with a suggestion to follow. This part of the garden was fun. I found it the most physical I could seek item. On the surface, most mistook it as just a sculpture garden. Artemis shined just enough light for us to observe. The music gallivanted in the background. I could hear a buzz, cicadas buzzing I'd never heard before. Beneath us the current flowed. Did she feel it too? In this garden, she became quiet, but her body appeared. Her face turned all over the room. Everything occupied her attention. But she wouldn't give it to anything just yet. I hovered just behind her. "Do you have a favorite god?" I tried to keep my face from turning sour. She was taken with a statue of Eros, wings full. It was in the center of the garden, the biggest statue. Eros was Gaia's first son, or brother. His wings went far and wide, upstretched. I saw her desire. Below him, an empty ledge reserved for his traitorous lover, who was looking for him. I found myself mulling over the answer, thinking about it anyways. I wasn't thinking about the gods, though, those sick things. Even if it didn't mean anything, why was the last time the conversation moved me? Keeping an eye on her, she circled the statues. Her attention split between me and them. Then she would move back to me, a polite way to restart our conversation. I found myself waiting for her to return so I could answer. I don't appreciate the stories of the gods as much as I do the myths of the humans, I found myself answering honestly. Sisyphus, I guided her to the marble in the corner. A statue smaller than the gods, engaged in labor. Though, did they know his movement made him far more interesting? He rolled his rock-up position so it almost reached our real garden wall, but his face was turned toward the viewer with glee. Maybe. The fear that was on her face was amazing. No, she gazed at him with a real consideration. The fear that was on her face was amazing. Or no, maybe it was the energy. I had to feel it, the freedom to react to it. When did I kiss her? She fled to hide behind me and couldn't help but laugh. What a gift it was to be afraid, to have your own energy spike, pray it would go down. Still, I didn't mind wrapping an arm around her. It's okay, I reassured her. Now that I had an eternal night with her, what did I want to do first? Later, when she calmed down. Do you want to dance? I asked sheepishly. She needed a dress. The music, it needs to be softer. What had she led me to? Huh? When I looked at them, there was like, oh. How romantic. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. But what is it? I wish that could just be the story.